Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture's My Life. Now, in this episode, I'm going to step out of my acupuncture shoes and I'm going to put on a pair of shoes that represents a particular internal organ. Okay. And that are your kidneys. Now, we have two kidneys. So I'm going to step into both kidney shoes. And with that being said, I now become of the mindset as if I'm a kidney or both kidneys. And I'm going to start thinking of things that as two functioning kidneys would think that a person should stop doing. Okay, and this is me pretending that I'm both kidneys inside of you. Because you have to understand, kidneys perform various important functions within our bodies. And this is along with working very hard to remove fluid and waste from over, I would roughly say, about 190, 200 quarts of blood per day. And then along with this like super ginormous task in which it performs on a daily basis, it also produces hormones which helps keep your blood pressure under control, keeps your bones healthy, hormones to control pH levels, as well as produce red blood cells. But you see, as an essential organ, and the kidneys are very important to us as human beings because pre-heaven essence is derived from the kidneys. And the kidneys play a part in what's done with post-heaven essence, which is derived from the spleen and stomach. I mean, as an acupuncturist, kidney yang is what warms kidney essence and kidney yin, so therefore kidney qi can be created. And this kidney qi goes up to the lungs and it assists with our breathing, among other things. But you see, there are things that we're doing that has our kidneys screaming on a daily basis. Whereas you're basically ruining your kidney health and you don't even know it. You're destroying kidney yang, you're destroying kidney yin, and then there becomes a deficiency of kidney qi. And then when you're kidney qi deficient, there's a high likelihood you're going to become lung qi deficient, then it's going to affect your lung yin and so forth. But there are certain things that we're doing on a daily basis that is putting our kidneys through hell, has it screaming stop. And one of it is eating that bad table salt. Now, the body does require salt, especially the thyroid gland, but among others. And if you're going to spice your food up with salt and not too much of it, you want some organic sea salt. Now, when it comes to the flavors of the internal organs, salt is the flavor of the kidneys. It's just when you're eating too much of it. And I'm talking about salt. I'm not talking about that other stuff that is white and grainy that comes in these boxes that's labeled salt. No, sea salt, organic sea salt. But salt is the flavor of the kidneys. So when there's kidney deficiency, sometimes you'll hear an acupuncturist recommend that you consume a little more sea salt, spice up your food with it a little bit. But many individuals with that plain table salt, not good. Especially if you have kidney disease and high blood pressure. You really want to limit your salt intake. Because when you're eating too much salt, the kidneys are going to respond by retaining more water. And why is it doing that? It's doing that in order to dilute the amount of salt that's in your body. Because it's sort of like the kidneys are taking on this protective role of balancing the chemical levels in the bloodstream. And it's important that the kidneys do that because that's what plays a part in keeping our heart working. So when you begin to damage your kidneys, it then in turn affects the heart muscle. And keep in mind, I want you to know something. Kidney and heart are the two colors that represent yin and yang. Two major organs. When those two organs are out of balance, your lifespan can greatly decrease. Just park that in the back of your head, please. Okay. Another way we're destroying our kidneys is we're eating too much in the way of processed foods. And individuals that eat large amounts of ultra processed foods tend to have the highest incidence of chronic kidney disease. And the next time you go get blood work done, look at your EGFR numbers and talk to your physician, but more so talk to an acupuncturist about it. Because if those numbers are low, it's going to indicate what stage of chronic kidney disease in which you're at. Understand something. The human body and its filtration system, which is comprised mostly of, not totally or an absolute, but mostly of the liver, kidneys, skin, lungs, and they all play a part. But we wanted to focus on the kidneys. It's not designed to adequately filter out the chemicals that are in ultra processed foods. And eating too much of this junk food over an extended period of time, your body can't handle the waste that's put out from it. Okay? And there's so many individuals that aren't aware of that. What's good? I mean, you want to eat lots of fruits, you want vegetables, grains, water. Because a lot of ultra processed foods can ruin your kidney state of health. And so many individuals are unaware of that. And believe it or not, many individuals are unaware that the wealth is in your health. They don't understand that health is wealth. The wealth isn't under the doghouse in the backyard or under your mattress or in a shoebox in a closet. The wealth is, it's not in your bank account. It's not in any type of retirement account, app on your phone, cryptocurrency account. No, it's not. That's not where the wealth is. And it's not in your pocket, wallet, or purse. The wealth is in you. And hopefully this is why you listen to Acupuncture's My Life podcast. Now, another thing that's like taxing your kidneys, and there are many individuals who are going to get upset about this, and this is eating too much red meat. Too much of anything is not good. Now, red meat is good for you, especially when it comes to B12, among other things, and the protein. I'll get into that in another podcast. But animal-based proteins can put a strain on your kidneys. as it's working to eliminate the waste from your bloodstream. Now, frequent consumption of red meat, studies have shown it's been tied to an increase of developing kidney stones. And in some cases, red meat has been found to be strongly associated with end-stage renal disease. All right? So I wanted to sort of make you aware of that. Another is what I speak out against so much in my podcast, is drinking these fruit juices and these sodas. No, put it down. What? Why is it so hard? Oh, it tastes sweet. It tastes great. It has a great taste. Water's boring. Water's healthy for you. That's not. These drinks have artificial sweeteners in it. And they've artificial sweeteners, believe it or not, has a link to high risk of stroke, heart disease, death overall. And artificial sweetness can hinder kidney health. And it's important, and especially if you're noticing a decline in your kidney health, put the soda down. Put down these sugar-sweetened soft drinks. It's not that hard. It really isn't. You know what? Do me a favor. If you're lifting something heavy right now, whether you're in the gym, you're doing your job at work, or you're moving things around the house, do me a favor. Take a second and rest it down. If you're driving a vehicle at the moment, car, truck, motorcycle, or what have you, take a moment and pull it over to the side of the road. If you're operating a helicopter or an airplane and you don't know how to use autopilot, I need you to land it at the nearest airport as soon as possible. And if you're crossing the street, hurry up and safely get across the street. Because now I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. But you want to know something? This next food type of drink, or whatever you want to call it, you shouldn't be touching. That plays a part in destroying your kidneys is drinking alcohol. And along with that, I'm going to say also, and taking painkillers, whether it's separate or at the same time. Some people down their painkillers with alcohol. Super, super dangerous. What are you doing? It doubles your risk of chronic kidney disease. And then along with that, if you're sitting around taking painkillers aside from drinking alcohol, same thing, same type of damage, similar type of damage as if you were drinking alcohol. You drink a lot, you smoke, you love painkillers, let's look to curb that. If you require painkillers, get to an acupuncturist right away. Acupuncture is great for treating pain. Go see an acupuncturist. Let's look to reduce the risk of kidney problems. And smokers and heavy drinkers are at 5 to 6 times the chance of developing chronic kidney disease than people who don't smoke or don't drink at all. And that's even the same with those that take painkillers on a daily basis. I'm talking about like regular use of NSAIDs, like Tylenol and other, I don't know, Aleve, or what are some of them? I don't even remember. I don't use it. I'm an acupuncturist. So there's pain. I do acupuncture on myself. Woohoo! I'm so psyched. I love it. That's what's so cool about being an acupuncturist. You run into certain issues, boom, you can do it to yourself. But, I don't want to get into that. I don't want anyone to feel bad because they're not an acupuncturist. But it's all the same as if you make acupuncture part of your life, you have your own acupuncturist, and then something goes wrong, then bam, there you go. You get right to your acupuncturist and boom, you good. But you know what else? Too much caffeine. Put the coffee down. Tea, decaffeinated. Keep in mind, caffeine is a stimulant, and it tends to increase blood pressure, which increases stress on a person's kidneys, making your kidneys like overwork. And in the long run, can lead to kidney failure. Yeah. And I've heard patients say, well, doc, I try and keep it down to 2 cups a day. I said, I have a new benchmark for you. What's that? Let's keep it down to no cups a day. How about that? And I always get this look. And if you know that you have issues with your kidneys, seriously, stay away from caffeinated drinks. Stay away from the coffee and caffeinated tea. You'll really do yourself some justice by doing that. You really want to do yourself some justice? Simply make acupuncture a part of your life. All right? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?